Hey guys, I have Rudy here with me. So today I was just probably going to sit here and talk to you for a little bit. I don't know if the kids are going to be on camera or not. Hi Rudy. If I could lay down here, she would just lay all over me. Hold on a minute. She's supposed to go play with the kids, but I don't think she is. Hadar's dad and stepmom have really been helping us with our affairs in Israel. We closed out everything except for our bank account, and Hadar had some stuff that he needed to take care of, but we weren't in Israel, so we gave his dad power of attorney over our stuff, and so far he has today was like the ending day of 98% of everything that we had to take care of over there. So it's really good. It's like right on time, you know what I mean, for our family to get all this taken care of right now. We have some big expenses that we're gonna have to buy really soon, and that one expense is going to be a septic tank. So within the next 2 years we hope to have enclose our porch area, our roof over back patio, enclose it somewhat so we can have another bedroom for most likely us, and then one of the kids can take our room, and then we will have 3 bedrooms instead of 2 bedrooms for 4 people. So, Rafael and Abigail are getting older, so we don't want them in the bedroom when Rafael's in middle school. So, hopefully within 2 years, hopefully we will have at least a down payment to build on. That's why we're thinking the cheapest way to do that would be to do something on the back porch. The back patio, because it already has a roof and it already has a floor, so we would just need to build the walls. We were thinking maybe just buying sliding glass doors, and then we can just put our bedroom out there because, who cares? For us anyway. But we'll see what happens. So the other expense would be a septic tank. When we moved in here, we didn't want to be picky about it and be like, hey, you need to fix this and this and this. We didn't do an inspection. My dad did a basic inspection. We didn't pay for an inspection to be done. We didn't realize that the septic had a really big issue, but it does, and we will have to get it replaced. So right now it's okay, but we need to do it very soon. I have called the guy. He's going to give me a free estimate to see how much it's going to cost to replace it in this neighborhood, which has different Florida restrictions. I don't know. This is a special neighborhood that we live in.
Be careful, because if I go too slow I might crash into something.
Don't go too slow then. Good job. Come run to me, Abigail.
Look, Mommy.
It's the rain. The rain caused all this stuff on the ground. Hey, good job.
I just took my hand off.
Looking good. Yeah, the rain just messed up all the ground. Hadar cleaned our fire pit out. I'm sitting out here by the fire pit. I think I want to get some of those logs that were downed, that tree that fell down, and put around here. I think it'd be nice to sit on some nice logs. Hey.
Hi, I got you so fast.
You did.
I went to the other side there.
Yeah.
I followed the tracks. I made it here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good job.
My doggy's outside for me.
Yeah, your doggy? Yep. You have a real doggy over there. She's waiting for you to pet her. Next month, the other 2% of what we needed to get done is going to get done. So, so far as we can tell, our house is not damaged by mold. We just have normal mildew. So, what I had decided to do with that is to clean it very, very well and seal it.
Somebody lit the fire out.
Yeah, we don't have a fire in there right now. So I'm going to get the Kills stuff specifically made for mildew and mold, and just paint over an area that I thought may have mold damage underneath some cabinets. So basically normal stuff. I did want to also talk about some things that people have said about me and my family.
This week hasn't got dirty.
It is. It rained, so it got dirty. So we are just normal people, and I've always tried to stay positive while sharing my life. So I have some really negative things happen to me while I have been vlogging for the past 7 years, and I shared those with you. And not to do anything, but to just share my life.
Mommy, I can't draw with this.
Okay, hold on. And basically that's all I've done is share my life. I'm not, I think that I have been online so long. I've remained the same person. I mean, I grow obviously as a person. I get better at things. I get worse at other things, you know. I lose interest in some things. I gain interest in others because I'm a person, and that's what people do. I said a couple of years ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago, it seems like I'm held to a higher standard than everybody else, and people want me to do superpower things, and I'm just a normal person. I have always tried to, if somebody asked a question, I have always tried to answer their question or to help them out in any kind of way. If something comes easy to me, I will give them tips on how it could be easy for them. You know what I mean? Just a normal person. I think we all have experiences that we can share, and not just share, but there's some things like if somebody else is going through something and they talk about it, like I wanted to do on my channel, talk about things that I was going through, just for support or to maybe connect with somebody else who was going through the same thing. I have found lots of people like me. It helps to know that there are other people out there who are going through the same thing. Even if it doesn't help you, literally doesn't help you at all, it helps you to know that this is normal, and what you're experiencing, other people are experiencing as well, you know? So, like, to give people something to relate to. And I think that I have been so open about pretty much everything in my life that people feel like they know me and that maybe they can attack me because of that. And I've always been very available to people. Most people won't, like if they have a vlog, they won't comment back to you. You'll never hear from them, ever. And if you mail them or message them on another social media platform, you will not hear from them. That's not the case for me. If you message me, email me, most of the time you're gonna get a response back. So I feel like I have been maybe a little too open and a little too free to share things with people, and I think maybe that's why some people like to attack me. I don't know, but everybody is a person. Famous people are still people. They still have feelings. They still go through things that are probably things that you could relate to, you know. Just because they're famous, just because they're rich, doesn't mean that they don't struggle with things that you struggle with. You know, money doesn't buy happiness. Money doesn't solve problems. Neither does fame. Neither do friends. If you have a lot of friends, if you have a great job, that doesn't solve your problems, you know. So it's just, the saying is true. Everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. And I still feel like I'm unfairly put to a standard that I should be perfect or something, or that I should be a beauty guru. I have nothing to do with any kind of beauty advice on my channel at all. I have done Get Ready With Me before, just chatting, just for something to do while I was chatting. I've never given beauty advice. Some people think that I'm a beauty guru, or I'm trying to be that. What? Some people think I should be a fashion for plus size. I'm not. I wear clothes that fit. That's it. If it fits, I'll put it on. I like, I'm just held to a different standard. I'm just a mom, a work-at-home mom. That's pretty much all that I am. And that's all that I ever wanted to be. I didn't want to do anything but what I'm doing right now. I'm happy. It's not fake. I am extremely happy. My family's happy. Everyone in my family is so happy. And it has to do with location, yes, but we have completely changed our lives too. We feel like we have something now instead of like in Israel, we couldn't have anything. We couldn't have a house. We barely owned our car. We finally got our car paid off. It was 50,000 shekels, and we finally got it paid off. We were just paying everybody else, and we didn't own anything except for the car. We didn't even own our fridge. We were still paying on that when we left. Thankfully, Hadar's dad, he was able to sell all of our stuff for us. Well, most of it, you know, some little stuff he wasn't able to sell that we couldn't take with us. But, I mean, he sold our stove, he sold our washer and dryer, our fridge, he sold our car for us. I mean, you know, that's been such a big help, such a big help. And today marks that day where we're like done with Israel financial things, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit freeing, a little lift off of us, off of our shoulders, that we are finally done with the financial side of Israel. So hopefully now we can, you know, save up for the things that we need to actually live here. We came over like a storm, and we pretty much bought everything that we had on our list. We had so many envelopes for, you know, set aside for different things for living here. And we knew that we were going to be living in this specific house for about 2 months. February, March, April. Yeah, a month and a week, I think. Because Hadar, I believe, came to America in February for work, but he came down a weekend and stayed with my mom and dad from Eglin Air Force Base. So he stayed, I believe it was this time. I don't know, he's been to America like 3 or 4 times to work in Eglin Air Force Base for the F-35. So he was able to video this, but it wasn't ours at the time. We didn't know if it was going to be ours. We just didn't know. We had several videos and we were like, okay, it's probably ours, but we don't know if anybody else is gonna like bid on it. We had talked to our neighbor just a few days ago, maybe last week, when we had a community thing over here. And the neighbor said, I saw this house, I wanted it, I was going to buy it, and when I went to buy it, somebody had already bid on it, and they accepted the offer, and that was us. And I said, you know what? Because she has a house right down the road, and I said, you know what? We were looking at your house too. And we were wanting to buy that, and then this one became available, and we jumped on it. Like, as soon as it was listed, we jumped on it. It was gone. We had put a bid on it within 2 days of it being online, so we got super lucky. We were gonna buy a house closer to town, and that fell through. Luckily, it was only 2-bedroom with no way to build onto it at all. Like, I had configured everything out, like where we would put an extra room eventually, and there was nowhere to put it. So possibly we have 2 places to build onto. Right here and past the kids' room. And if we do it past the kids' room, it's going to cost more, but it'd be really, really awesome because they would get their room now as like a playroom, and then we would build 2 very, very small rooms, like just for sleeping, for them at the end of the house. So we thought about doing that. The permits are probably... The permits cost just about as much as what the building materials cost. And I think maybe eventually, if we can get the building materials, like my dad might be able to do it, but we'll see. We'll see. Right now we have about 2 years to save up for it. that's what I'm hoping, you know. I'm hoping that everything goes well with our work and that we'll be able to do it. But those are our plans for coming up within the next couple of years. And that's why we really haven't been going anywhere right now, because it's a very slow season right now, and we are budgeting for everything. I don't know, would you guys be even interested in like what we budget for? Because we still budget out for like when we go out to eat, or mostly we do free things, like we go to the park or something. But we are like saving money to also go to a theme park to take the kids for their first time ever, really. I mean, they did go to a little tiny roller coaster park in Israel, and that was super fun. Everybody had fun, except for Abigail. She was still kind of a baby, but Rafael loved it. And, you know, I want him to experience stuff like that. And eventually, when we get this new septic or whatever we're doing, he's playing ball. No, Rudy. Rudy likes to chew the balls. So eventually, when, you know, we get the septic fixes, right now our water is bubbling up. I'm not having people over like that, because if they wash their hands, like, they'll hear water bubbling down there, you know, because the septic is like not good. So when we get that fixed, I'm going to have Rafael have friends over and spend the night, you know, and then I think he'll have a lot of fun because we'll put them on like the sleeper couch. And he's been wanting to do that for a long time, haven't you?
I've been wanting to do what?
Have people over to stay the night, like a slumber party.
Oh, just like when it's their birthday?
When it's your birthday, you can have a slumber party.
Oh no, when it's their birthday, they can come to my house.
Okay.
Because that would be a really good thing to see what we have. They would remember this house and they could come over all they want.
Yeah. So yeah, I want him to have, you know, people over, because these are the fun years when you have your friends over and they can play, and I have all this stuff out here for my kids, and I would love for them to share it with their friends. So the main goal, you know, is to get people over to our house and to have fun with people and to enjoy our house. We love our house. We love it. We don't want to build a house. We don't want to do anything, you know, just build on so they can have their own rooms, and that's it. And I think that is disappointing to some people, but I don't know. For us, we just think we are so blessed because we looked for 2 or 3 years for a house in America, and we get this house within like a month and a half before moving to. And it finally was ours, like within days of us moving from Israel. So it was just like, it was perfect timing. It was in his timing, and it's just meant to be. And we love this house. You know, there's some flaws, some major flaws to it that we're working on right now, but I think it's going to be really great after those are worked out. So thank you for sticking with us and watching us, even though we are imperfect, but we're trying to, you know, do as good as we can for being human beings. So thank you for supporting us and our family and leaving nice comments wherever you can. I know we don't have YouTube comments, but we do have comments on our community page. Those are always on. I have to set my comments to be moderated, because if I ever do get comments back, if I'm ever allowed to have comments back, they took them away almost a year ago now. I want them to see that I have been moderating the comments, so you may not see your comment right away. I'll have to approve it. That's just the way I'm trying. Like, I keep messaging them, asking them, when am I going to get my comments back? And I don't get a response. So there's no support for anything like that. I have been talking to Howie Mandel's daughter. She has a channel on YouTube called Life with Jackie. And she's really sweet. She talks back when I have a question, or I tell her something about YouTube, what YouTube's doing to our certain genre of videos on YouTube. and she seems to be having the same problems that I'm having with YouTube. You know, we want to have an even playing field, but anyway, she's going through the same things that I am going through, and she does not have comments, and she hasn't had comments for the same amount of time that I haven't had comments, so I do talk to her about it. And, well, if you get this far in the video, go say hi to her. Life with Jackie. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and sticking with us, and if you have been a long-time subscriber of our channel, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. It's been a really long road. We've been through a lot, and I feel like we've been through it together because I've shared everything with you. I feel like we're on the other side now. It's just a happy time right now. See you tomorrow. Okay, so the kids are gonna have their Valentine's Day party this week.
I want to eat tuna, pickles, and salad all together. The biggest bowl you have on it.
Kind and inspired.
We're pretending she is lulling me out. But that one, good night.